This is the much awaited video for me and for many people, right? I've been getting a lot of questions about how I got a fully funded scholarship to study in the UK. And truth is, I see all the DMs, but I am not able to answer everyone individually. And that's why I'm making this video, okay? If you intend to apply for scholarships wherever country you would love to go to, just make sure you watch this video to know the basic things you need to do that would help you get the scholarship within the year, all right? I should also say that what I'm about to share, the points I'm about to share, are not just my perspective. It's not what I think, right? But collective perspective of those that have gotten scholarships in multiple countries. Some of them have even gotten scholarships more than once. Stay tuned. I'll be sharing 6 points. I break them down into 6 steps so that it's easy for you to understand, replicate, apply, and just follow, right? And the first thing on the list is research. Why is research important? Research will help you identify the scholarships that are for you, the opportunities that are actually looking for you, because you need to know that not all scholarships out there will be for you, right? Particular scholarships look for particular things in individuals, right? So if you do not have set of skills that a scholarship is looking for, you might not need to apply for the scholarship. So research is key for you to actually look out for what you want, and then look out for scholarships that are actually looking for you. You're looking out for what is actually meant for you. How is it meant for you? Because they're looking for people with your skills, your experiences, your discipline, right? So make sure to do your research. I remember that when I was doing mine, I spent over 6 months on research only, right? I researched on the opportunities that I think align with my goals, the opportunities that I know align with my experiences, and opportunities that actually align with my career. So make sure you research opportunities that are for you. And after looking out for opportunities and finding them, what is the next thing to do? The second thing to do is to prepare. Now, breaking that down, I would say that preparation is having the basic requirements. So what are the basic requirements? We're talking of your transcripts, your referees, your passports, international passport, right? The basic things, your certificate. Those are basic requirements. You cannot, or you want to apply for a scholarship and not have these things. I get questions like, oh, I don't have these, what should I do? You should have them, or you should have things that can serve as them in the interim. Because when I was applying for my scholarship, what I had was my portal result. I did not have my transcripts itself, but I did have my e-portal page. So I printed out and I named it interim transcripts, right? I spent a lot of money printing all those things out, right? But you need to do it because you're preparing. You know where you're going, you know what you want to get. You need to prepare for it. You need to have everything in place so that you don't, get there and they're like, oh, you cannot apply for this because you don't meet the basic requirements. That's why they are called basic requirements. You need them, right? Basic requirements could also mean IELTS, IELTS, or TOEFL. You need to know, after making your research, of course, if the opportunity or the school you're applying to, if they would require IELTS from you, or if you can actually get a waiver. If you do not do research, you can't know all those things, right? And you cannot prepare for them, right? Tying it back to research now. Research is key and preparation is key. I remember that when I applied to one of the schools, the school that I'm in right now, Sheffield, I applied first to the school in 2020, and as at that time I did have my IELTS. I prepared, we're talking of preparation. I think I'm the queen of preparation. But after I deferred the admission, my IELTS would expire like just few weeks before resumption, like 2 weeks before resumption, and they were asking me to write another IELTS. So what I did was I wasn't planning to write another IELTS. Not that I could not write it, but I was not planning to. So what I did in advance was to write them. I wrote a mail, sent it to their international students, some welfare something, and then I requested a waiver. Why did I request a waiver? Because obviously, even after the expiration of my IELTS, I wouldn't stop knowing how to speak English, right? That was my logic, and that was what I presented. That was the case I presented, and they accepted it and asked me to submit my WAEC. If you're Nigerian, you will know what that is, and also a letter from my employer that I actually perform my job using English language, and that was what I did, and it worked for me. Part of preparation. Now I saved 90,000 naira, right? Part of preparation. So you need to prepare. The third thing on my list is connect, right? Connection is not when you enter people's DM and you're like, hello, come and review my essay. Hello, are you a proofreader? Come and proofread. That's not connection. You don't connect on that level. Connection is when you join a community, right? And from the community, you could actually get useful information. Now, when I was preparing for mine, I joined multiple communities. Although I was very passive, like I don't say anything on that community. Like I just read the information on the community, right? And then I look out for those that are actually vibrant to the community, that are also applying, right? And then I connect with them. Now, for example, I joined this Erasmus community. There's Erasmus Nigeria, yeah, because I also applied to Erasmus. I got Erasmus. I'll share that story later, and or in another video. And then I joined Erasmus. I joined Chevening. Then there was this travel abroad community, right? By Stella Owala. Yeah, that's her name. I think that's her name. You should definitely join that one. So I joined those community. I wasn't saying anything on that community or those communities. I was only learning, right? Communities would help you to learn and help you to find those that actually have aligning goals as you, right? Join communities and stop sending people hi, hello, hi, hello. That's not how to connect. You cannot connect that way, and you need connection. Not connection as in knowing someone or knowing, yeah, but you need to have like a community for you to apply for opportunities. Communities just makes everything easier. Having a group of people that have the same goal as you would make the journey easier. So the fourth thing on the list is what I call reflection and comprehension. After you have made your research, you have prepared like the basic things, of course, and you have joined a community. Now you want to take a look at each of the opportunities that you intend to apply for and reflect on them. Read the question, read the application process, and just consume it. Understand it, comprehend it, digest it so much that you know what you're being asked to do, and then you reflect on how you can reproduce or produce what you're being asked to do, right? For example, if an opportunity says, oh, we're looking for leaders that are interested in change making, or even opportunity says we're looking for researchers, right? Try to understand, right? What qualities then would a researcher have? What qualities then would a leader have? Right? And then you reflect on yourself. It's like a sort of introspection. Like you're looking inwards and you're like, okay, this opportunity is looking for leaders. What in my life reflects that I'm actually a leader? Or what in my life reflects that I'm actually a researcher, that I think critically and all those things, right? So you need to reflect and comprehend what the application is asking you to do, because every application would have like a question. Some people call it a statement of purpose or personal statement, while some people would actually call it essays. There are opportunities that will ask you to write a total of maybe 2,000 words. I wrote 2,000 words, like basic 2,000 words for an essay. I wrote multiple essays, right? And then there are some that would just ask you to write a brief personal statement, and there's some that would ask you to write up to 5,000 words. It depends on the goal, right, of the program itself. So you need to understand the goal of the program you're applying for, the goal of the opportunity you're applying for, digest it, comprehend it. After understanding and reflecting, this is the next stage. Now is extremely important. extremely important. I had to fuse a lot of things into it, and I'm gonna read it out on the note I made. So I called it originality, intentionality, and punctuality. So the it is, right? Originality, intentionality, and punctuality. What this embodies is the originality of your essay, right? When you're writing your essay now, you've understood the question from the application and you're writing your essay now. You want your essay to be yours, to truly be your personal statement, the originality, right? And then you need to know that when you start writing your essay, it would not be that easy for you, okay? It's not always easy to communicate your value, your usefulness, but you need to be intentional about it, right? And then when you're also original and you're intentional about the whole process, you need to be punctual. So if they say the deadline is in 2 weeks, don't submit on the night of the deadline, right? Because that is now pressure-based work. God forbid that you submit a different document, so you want to be original in writing your essay. These 3 things are just about the essay writing. Now you doing the proper application. Essay writing, you want to be original, you want to be intentional. Be intentional about it. Say you would get drained. Like I told some people that I was mentoring the other night, when I was writing my essays, I depended on God and a lot of ice cream because it was draining for me. I wasn't doing only one application, I was doing multiple applications, right? So you want to be original, know your story, know your plot, right? Because most of these essays will actually ask you of your story. I mean, it takes a lot of originality and authenticity to bring out something, a winning essay, right? So you want to be very original, you want to be very intentional, and also you want to be very punctual in the submission of your essay. Punctuality is so important. After you've submitted your essay, you can just sort of have peace, right? And speaking of punctuality again, I remember when I was writing one of my essays, I completed the essay and then I sent it to a reviewer, right? But that was like months before the deadline, and I was told to rewrite it. Imagine if it was a night before and then I was told to rewrite it. I might not be able to bring out or churn out an original work. But when I was told to rewrite my essay, not that I'd sent my essay to someone and the person thought the essay was so good, but I love that excellence is relative, and if excellence is A to you, it might be Z to someone else, right? And I was happy that this person was genuine enough to actually tell me that, oh Esther, you need to write this essay, not because it's not good, but because it's not great. And it's not great because I know what you're doing, I know how much impact you make, but this essay does not really cover the amount of impact you make, so you need to rewrite the essay. And it was devastating to me, but I did write the essay or rewrite the essay because I was still on time and in time, right? I wrote the essay, and when it did another review, it didn't even say it was good to go, but I just said, Esther, you told yourself you're going to submit this a month before the deadline, so just submit it. So I just had to submit it in time. And yeah, that was what I did. I made sure I wrote my story, communicated my usefulness with all originality. I made sure I was intentional enough to even restart, right? And then I made sure that I was punctual to submit way before the deadline. And then the 6th thing is not really a thing, but it is a thing, and that's what I call repeat. Your research that you did at the beginning is not for you to apply to just one, right? You need to apply to multiple opportunities that definitely align with your goals. Now, when I posted that I got Chevening, one of my close friends commented that Erasmus will be jealous of you, and that was when it actually hit me that, oh Esther, you did get Erasmus too, right? Imagine if I'd not applied to Chevening or to Erasmus. By the way, Chevening and Erasmus are some types of scholarships, fully funded. But the funny thing is this, I applied to Chevening before, but I didn't get it. Then I applied again. But Erasmus, that was the first time ever that I applied for Erasmus, and I did get it, right? And I think it's important that you repeat this process, or rinse and repeat this process would be good. You've applied for scholarship 1, right? Go again for scholarship 2. I love a life of options. I love a life that allows me to choose from a great opportunity and a good opportunity. Some opportunities are good, some are great, so you need to be able to identify. I don't just want to have one option, say, oh, okay, this is the one that I actually have. Let me go through that process of choosing what I really want or what is really best for me. And that's why repeats is important. Many people don't talk about repeats, but make sure to rinse and repeat. And then when I say rinse, like you're actually improving, modify it a bit, like rinse it and repeat. And that's how to get a fully funded scholarship within the year. Thank you for watching this video till the end. I'm just going to do a recap of all the steps. The first one is for you to research. And the second one is for you to prepare, have the basic requirements. The third one is for you to connect, and that entails joining a community. And then you want to reflect and comprehend and then reflect, understand, and then reflect, think about it. And the fifth one is intentionality, punctuality, and originality. Okay, and the last one is what I call repeat. Repeat all these things, repeat them over and over and over again, as many times as you need to repeat. This is the time for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and for those that have been sending me DMs, I hope that this video answers all the questions that you have. But if it doesn't, leave your questions in the comment section, not in my DM, but in the comment section, where I can see them, answer them, and every other person can also follow the answer. All right, again, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like this video if you find it helpful. Share with your friends, your foes, your enemies, just anyone that you think might need it, right? And see you in the next video. Bye.